Hey guys, this is Blu-ray Maniac back with a movie room tour of my collection. This is an updated version of this video. I previously put together a video that was not, well, it was incomplete. So this is my latest edition, revised update. Basically I have 6 of these shelves. And I'm calling it my movie room, but it really is just my living room. I live alone, so I'm able to turn my living space into a blockbuster video, which has been a sort of like a lifelong dream. I've got everything mixed together. You know, I've combined formats, Blu-ray, DVD, all together. All the labels are together, or rather mixed. You know, no more just Criterion or just Arrow. And I like it this way. I think at some point I may want to go back to doing a label-only collection. A label-only, you know, like Criterions and Arrows and like all together. But for now, this is the way it's gonna be, because like I said, I prefer it this way. I prefer everything all mixed, you know, all the formats together in one place. It just looks nicer that way, in my opinion. And you know, the premium steel books, the box sets. The only thing I've got separated for the most part are my TV titles. Up until this morning, I had all my TV titles at the bottom of the last shelf. And I had to do a reorganization a little bit, because I had some new titles to put up, and I didn't have the space. One was a big box set from Criterion, and I just needed to have that reorganized and move some things around. At some point I'm gonna do a more detailed collection video. Yeah, bottom shelf. The bottom shelf of the second Max Steel shelf. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna do a more detailed collection video that will go into more detail. This is everything's A to Z, but not necessarily in exactly A to Z. What I mean by that is all of the A titles are together, the B titles are together, and so on and so forth. You know, they're not exactly in alphabetical order. I've got a bit of a Terminator shrine going on here, as you can see. Bit of a shrine to the Terminator. This is the Terminator Genesis Maniacs box set. I think that's what they call it. It's huge. The vertical thing there, box set, and I really love these steel books, which is why I've given them a bit of a showcase Bit of a showcase there. Their own little spot. Yeah, all 4Ks are together, as you can see by the Deer Hunter. And I've got this Godfather set that came with a script. H.G. Lewis at the bottom. More Terminator Steelbooks. I've actually got more Terminator Steelbooks, but they are in the regular T section. I'll get to that in a minute. Get to those in a moment. All right. Bottom shelf. Event Horizon. That's actually a blue DVD set. And continuing on, we got, this is shelf 4. Again, this is just an overview, just a quick overview of my collection. I want to sit down and do a more thorough video detailing some of these titles individually, because there's, I'm a big packaging guy, so I collect a lot of stuff just for packaging. I've imported a lot of Blu-rays just for the artwork and packaging style and whatnot. Yeah, I picked up all of the Studio Canal John Carpenter 4K sets, including Prince of Darkness, which was announced after the Steelbook. Zavvi had released a Steelbook version of it. Everything's together, media books, Criterion, everything, 4Ks, DVDs. I had a whole lot more DVDs on these shelves, but I told myself I wanted to give my Blu-rays and sets more space, more of their own space. So I removed a lot, or most of my DVD collection, at least the collection that were on these shelves. The DVDs I kept on these shelves were, to me, they were the premium DVDs, or DVDs that have not been upgraded to Blu-ray as of yet. So to me, they were premium DVDs because they were my favorite movies that have little to no chance of being upgraded. The bottom shelf of shelf 4. Arrow just announced a limited edition of Hills Have Eyes Part 2, which is a little strange, but I love the movie. I happen to be one of the movies. One of that film's very few fans, apparently, and I'm happy that they're doing it. They're doing a limited edition of that. And on to my other shelves across the other side of the living room here, or movie room. And yeah, this is how I've got my stuff set up. And the last shelf at the bottom, at the corner here. Alright, that's the last shelf. But let me just go over the next section. This is where I've got some other premium box sets displayed. All right. Just move this out the way. Got that. Glorious Bastards. Ginger Snaps Trilogy and Don't Torture a Duckling. Lawrence of Arabia. Wonderful Machete. One Click. Wonder Years Locker. And Kill Bill. There, so. This is shelf 5. This is shelf 5. Again, box sets, premium steels, Criterions. Right, so I heard that Spielberg is doing Indiana Jones 5, which, to be honest, I have very little interest in seeing after part 4, which was so. I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings about that movie, but in general, I thought it was silly. I mean, UFOs, really? Yeah. So I'm not sure about part 5. John Wick. Particular there. Yeah, the gun moves with you. Very nice touch. Very nice touch. Just Before Dawn. Killer Party. Warner Archive. Camera Obscura from Germany. Everything Blue, King Kong. I missed the Schindler's List. It's too bad they canceled Pitch Black. Little House on yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. The Little House on the Prairie. All my TV blues were in one section at the bottom of the last shelf, but I had to move some stuff around to accommodate a few new titles I had received, including a big box set. I have several doubles in my collection, like Last American Virgin. I've got this edition, media book, and of course I've got the Arrow edition. I'm hoping that someday they'll remaster this. I love this movie. Yeah, I have several doubles in my library. Mostly for packaging, but like this, like the Jungle Book. See, I've got 3 versions of that thing. This was not a one-click. This was released. These were released separately, but I got all 3 because I love the movie. See, I have to love the movie. I can't just get a premium set for just because it's premium, just because it's a fancy box set. I have to love the movie. A love of the movie comes first. Right, so I've got about 110 or so Criterions. Warner Archives Last Run. two versions of Looper. And this one. And got the Mondo. Put them together. Got the Mondo version. I love them both. Love them both. Great artwork. Great movie. Max Headroom. Another one I had hidden. I watched this as a kid on TV and I really enjoyed it. So, and Scorpion's new Moon and Scorpio Blu-ray, which I'm looking forward to checking out. I might watch it now, as a matter of fact. After I'm done this. Oh yeah. Machete, this was in that box set. I decided to, I wanted to display this. I didn't want to put it back in the box. This was part of that package. I wanted to display this, and I may actually display some of the other box sets that I've got. Like Pulp Fiction and Pan's Labyrinth and Mad Max. I might take the individual steelbooks out of the boxes and just display them because they're just so awesome. They are just so awesome. Alright. Melancholia. Plain Archive. I was in love with this. I still am. In love with the movie and in love with this packaging. It's just amazing. Amazing. And I also grabbed this version. It's nice. Melancholia. Weird little movie, but still very good. So, Elena. Bottom shelf. These bottom shelves are hard to. M-O-O-N spells moon. I can't wait till we get to Stand on Blu-ray. Looking forward to that. The Stand. Yeah, so I was saying about Mad Max, the steelbooks are just so awesome that I want to take the steelbooks out of that box and display them. Everything depends on the space. You need to have the space for them. Right? I got a lot of slasher movies, Madman, The Mutilator. I got 3 versions of Madman. This media book from Subculture. I've got The Arrow, and the Vinegar Syndrome disc is also, I combined it with the Arrow, so to save space. But I also have a 3rd version, the DVD from Code Red, which I've got in a binder somewhere. So, Mission Impossible, Maze Runner, Death Cure. And so, Nightbreed. This is my Indiana Jones pass that I, when they had the trilogy released to theaters back to back, I think a marathon. That was kind of fun. Outer Limits, the new 90s incarnation of the Outer Limits, 2 versions of Pieces. several versions of Pan's Labyrinth. In addition to that box set, Phantasm Collection, which is being reissued. These two Criterions were from the recent Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. Punch Drunk Love, Jackie Chan. I just ordered Dazed and Confused and Lord of the Flies. This is shelf 6. Approaching, actually, shelf 5. My mistake. This is shelf 5. Okay, so bottom shelf there. It's a little hard to get to. These bottom shelves, like I previously mentioned. Lots of Vinegar Syndrome limited editions, which have now gone oop, like Red Mob. Move this out. Continue on here. This is probably one of my favorite shelf because it's got so many of my favorite movies. Reanimator, Ronin, Rosemary's Baby, Resident Evil. I love all this stuff. Return of the Living Dead. Love it all. Love it all. This is a terrific version of The Revenant. Man from Mantelabs. Beautiful set. Mantelab. Awesome movie too. Star Wars. Rogue One. Force Awakens. Got to have the right stuff, baby. The Raid 1 and 2. This is the S section. Seijun Suzuki Volume 2. Sleepaway Camp. This I pulled this out because I might watch that one soon. Have not seen it yet. And continuing on.